Greetings and salutations and welcome to Brimley Bays basketball on Eagle 95.1. Scott Nason broadcasting from Pellston, Michigan for this Class D regional semifinal boys basketball between the Brimley Bays and the Wolverine Wildcats. Our broadcast engineer back in the Eagle 95.1 studios in Sault Ste. Marie is Katie Woolen, and we are joined by a couple gentlemen here in the pregame show. To my right, color commentator and broadcaster for the Brimley Bays this season, the one and only Todd Olmstead. Todd, thanks for making the trek down with us here for Brimley Bays basketball.
Hello, Scott. It's good to be here. Thank you, sir.
We are happy to have you, and once again joining us, the third member of the pregame show, my son Vance Nason, who joined us last week in Engadine for the broadcast. Vance, thanks for coming down, and are you ready for this game?
Oh, I'm definitely ready. I've been waiting all week for this one.
We both have, we all have. Brimley fans have, as we are just about 20 minutes away from the start of tonight's game as the Brimley Bays taking on the Wolverine Wildcats. Wolverine comes into this game with a record of 18-3, fresh off winning their district over Gaylord St. Mary's, and the Brimley Bays enter tonight's contest with a record of 19-3 off their victory last Wednesday against Engadine. Now, Vance, you were at those games. We'll talk to Coach Matt Bathy coming up, but, you know, I said to the coach, it's almost like getting to this stage, you got the proverbial monkey off your back. Brimley hadn't won a district in a while, matter of fact, since 2005, taking on a team that knocked them off this season, also knocked them out of the playoffs last year, so you almost get the feeling that the Bays maybe come into this game with a little less pressure than they did last Wednesday.
Yes, definitely, because the last game against Engadine, they were a little worried because they kicked them out of the playoffs last time, and they knew this was going to be a really big challenge, and this is a very big milestone in their high school careers because winning that just like gets the hair off, or gets something off their chest, gets the monkey off their back, like you said. Just let them breathe a little bit because they're a little nervous and stuff. But after that game, I think they're going to play it to their full ability tonight.
And Todd, you have had a chance to see this team often this season, and you know this team was built for a run this year. I mean, you look at it, 8 seniors, you have Marcus Harris back on the court. You know, this is one of these teams that we've seen has gotten better as the year goes on. Maybe they're peaking at the right time, but they're going to have to play a good game tonight against a Wolverine team. Hasn't been at this level in quite some time. What's your thoughts going into this one?
The thoughts is we've seen them play a lot this year, Scott, but we haven't seen them peak. They haven't played their best game that they could possibly play. They've had great halves. They've had great quarters. They've had runs. They've done things in the part of the game. They've completely taken a game over at times, but never from start to finish. And what better way to showcase that on regional final game 2 this evening?
Yes, game 1 was won by the Cedarville Trojans over Pellston. We got here just as that game started. Cedarville really wasn't in jeopardy in that one, guys. Cedarville ends up winning by the score of 79-47. And, well, Vance, we've seen Cedarville, a team that is good, and they will meet the winner of this game between Brimley and Wolverine. But if you're Brimley, you can't be worried about Cedarville or whoever won that game. You need to focus on Wolverine tonight. What does Brimley have to do, in your opinion? What is one of the things they need to do to win this game tonight, Vance?
They need to start off with some explosiveness. It's last couple games, it's taken them about 4 minutes to try to get into the flow. But if you're Brimley, you want to start out as hard as you possibly can and just keep fighting no matter how hard it is.
And Todd, we've talked a lot about 2 things right now with this Brimley Bays team. Their bench and their depth. Well, that's 2 things right there, but that's one thing overall. And having Marcus Harris on the court. He's a guy that brings so much energy, and Brimley really is a different team with him on the court.
It's an attitude that he can bring to the table. It's a calm that he brings to the situation. I think a lot of people look at him for that calm and that excitement. I mean, it's an interesting thing when you can have a guy bring calm and excitement to a basketball game for 4 quarters, and that's what Marcus has done since he started playing.
Brimley Bays basketball brought to you by Chippewa County Credit Union, where all families make one union, serving all of Chippewa County, member NCUA, and equal housing lender. And brought to you by Bay Mills Community College, committed to providing affordable, culturally relevant, accessible, and high-quality educational opportunities to all. You can apply online at bmcc.edu today. Vance, this is your first chance to be part of a regional broadcast, and again, each stage gets bigger and bigger. The districts were big, as we saw in Engadine, but you start to get to these stages here, regional semifinals. You look around, the gyms are full. You look at Brimley, there's not a seat to be had in the lower deck. You have some Brimley fans sitting with us on the balcony on the upper deck. This is what playoff basketball is all about, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it is. The pressure is definitely building throughout each game that Brimley's won. Like, I'm not saying there wasn't much pressure, maybe 2 games ago or against Engadine, but still, the pressure builds. Like, and if Brimley keeps going, not saying they will, but if they keep going, it's going to keep building and building, and they might crack. And we just have to see.
And Todd, Vance potentially could be part of these kind of games in his future, hopefully in his high school career. You have been part of these big games. My athletic prowess not quite as impressive as yours, heading into a regional semifinal for both these teams. What's the mindset going in? Obviously, you're stoked, you're hyped up. I mean, what was your mindset going into a game similar to what's happening here tonight?
It's mystery, it's nerves of the unknown. It's going to take, like Vance said, I agree with Vance 1,000%. If they can come out and start getting fired up, set that example for the team for the rest of the night, for the rest of the tournament, if you will. But definitely the regionals. First game of the regional, you play somebody out of conference, normally don't have a lot of familiarity with them. Second game, like I mentioned, if you make the final, sometimes it is a conference foe you've seen a couple of times. But the best teams, the cream rises to the top at the regionals.
Brimley Bays basketball brought to you by the Wicked Sister. Burgers, starts, snacks, shareables, soups, and tapas. We're the #1 pub in the UP. We're located on Ashman Street in Sioux, Michigan. And brought to you by Chuck Renzi Ford. You've got a relative in the car business at Chuck Renzi Ford in Newberry. They're located on 309 Newberry Avenue. Or you can also find them on Facebook at Chuck Renzi Ford of Newberry. Well, Vance, you had a chance to see both the district games with me in Engadine, and you saw how those games developed. In your opinion, what is the one thing Brimley needs to do best, in your opinion, to win this game tonight?
They just got to stay strong mentally. Like, this is a big stage, and you don't want them to get a little nervous, because I know it. They're humans. They're going to get nervous, especially in this huge gymnasium with two stories. And what Brimley needs to do is just stay calm, just focus on the game, and don't let the crowd intimidate you.
And Todd, looking at this depth, I mean, you look at this Wolverine squad right now, they only have 10 players. They had 2 brought up from the JV level. The fact is their school's under 100 students, so it's kind of hard to have a bench like Brimley has. And you look at this Brimley team and their defense and how they wear teams down. They wear teams down with that energy. Wolverine's going to have to be at the top of their game just by sheer numbers, aren't they?
They do, and Brimley can pick and choose when they want to have energy, when they want to take it to you, when they want to pull off. And teams, it's hard to catch up with that mentally and physically, especially when you don't know what's going to come at you. They might press you just to kind of, like Vance, to get it going. Coach Bathy might install a press right at the beginning of the game saying, this is what we're going to do. Maybe not. Maybe we do, maybe we don't.
Brimley Bays basketball brought to you by O'Connor's in Pickford. Check out their full line of Dodge truck, Ram, and Jeep vehicles. And brought to you by Bay Mills Resort and Wild Bluff Golf Course. Yes, it's the middle of March, and there's still snow on the ground, but hey, you can still stay at the Bay and get ready for a golf season, hopefully not too far in the distant future. Again, the winner of this game will take on Cedarville Wednesday night here in Pellston. The regional final, if it's Brimley, will be here for the pregame show around 6:30. The opening tip at 7, and then the winner of that one will advance to the quarterfinals, which is next Tuesday in Escanaba. And looking at that other group that will be taking part in the quarterfinals, boy, you have some heavy hitters. The regional going on in Nagani, Kearney Nadu taking on UN Trout Creek. Trout Creek 22-1 on the season. Their only loss to Dollar Bay, who takes part in the second game. Dollar Bay 23-0, taking on a good Rapid River team at 19-3. And I had to chuckle seeing some information about that Dollar Bay squad. They won their first district back in 1917. Even I wasn't born then, Vance. That was a long time ago.
Oh, I thought you were like 10 years old or something.
Not at all. Not at all.
This is his third reincarnation of your father, by the way.
Absolutely, yes indeed. Well, Vance, we're going to let you enjoy the game. We're going to have Todd do color tonight, so we're going to get you back during the halftime show for your thoughts on this one. So get your analyst hat out. You don't have to worry about talking. We want to hear what you have to say. And, yes, I see that Green Bay Packers hat, and you can just put that away. We'll have you back at halftime, Vance.
Looking forward to it.
And, Todd, we are about 10 minutes away from the start of this one. And said it already. We're going to say it again. This is where the games get a lot of fun, and it's playoff time. All you need is 5 more wins to get to the state championship and win it. The road to the Breslin continues here tonight.
Let me ask you a question. You're asking us questions as a coach. Would you talk about that? Would you talk about the 5? Would you say this is our goal, these many wins? I know at the end of the game, and talking to Matt Bathy personally, he was talking about the gravy. It's there, but I mean I was like it's yet to come. The gravy is yet to come for this team. Really.
I would say, and I'm not a basketball coach, nor do I ever plan on being, but I would say, obviously you got to focus on the task at hand. But it's kind of like when a pitcher has a no-hitter. You know at a certain point it's going to be a possibility. You may get the no-hitter. Maybe you don't talk about it as much, but you know it's there. You know all these guys are thinking, hey, I want to play at the Breslin. I want to get to a state championship because that Final Four experience for any school, especially a school like Brimley that hasn't been there since the early 50s, it's got to be something that plays in their mind. But obviously you got to focus on the task at hand, and we will focus on the pregame show. Continuing it, I should say, is coming up here after the break. We'll hear from head coach Matt Bathy of the Brimley Bays, and then we'll have the start of tonight's regional semifinal in Class D between the Wolverine Wildcats and the Brimley Bays. You are listening to Brimley Bays basketball on Eagle 95.1. Okay, well, hopefully that's our only technical glitch, Katie, but way to handle it like a champ. Todd, I'm going to turn you down.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hard to say. I mean, the signal seems fine in here, so we're just going to have to just roll with it. If it happens again, just do the same thing. We got about 8 minutes on the clock, Katie, so I think we're going to be timed pretty darn good. Okay, we got a recording. Let me test this out. All right, now what's going on here? Coach Matt Bathy is the Bays set to take on Wolverine. Joining us. All right. I'll turn me down here in a minute. Yeah, I already got the starters because I got them right there. But thank you. Turn off my notifications here from all my hoes. What? I'm going to turn me down with about 30 seconds left here, Katie, so. This is not going to work out here. Good pregame. Real good. I like that 3-man pregame. That works out really well. It'd be tough on the broadcast, though, for color. I feel like you guys there'd be too much pressure. Katie says, good job, fellas.
Yeah, she better say that.
There's no more technical difficulties there. It caught me off guard there.
Eagle calling, that's all I saw.
Yeah.
But who do you know
Well,
Eagle?
I can tell because it's a record. The recording will stop. It says recording ended, and I was like, oh, shoot.
Uh-oh.
The nice part is when you edit it, you can just edit it like it never happened. So. Yeah, good call. If it happens again, just do the exact same thing, Katie. And it may. I mean, hard to say. The signal's not perfect. Skype's not perfect. So if it happens, it happens. We do have a backup if something happens. We do have the audio box. So I think we'll be good. All right. I'm going to turn us down now, Katie, so it'll sound quiet. Joining us on the pregame show is Brimley Bays head basketball coach Matt Bathy as the Bays set to take on Wolverine in this Class D regional semifinal in Pellston. Coach, before we get to tonight's game, once again, congratulations on winning the district title in Engadine. It seems like a long time ago. It was only 5 days ago. What have you guys done since then to prepare for tonight's game against Wolverine?
Well, thank you very much. That was a fun week. It felt like you said, it felt like a couple weeks ago for sure, but we got back to the drawing board and we worked on a couple things. We got a chance to go down and scout Wolverine on Friday night in their district final, which was nice. We saw a few things that we can exploit, and we worked on that the rest of the time.
Looking at this Wolverine team, coach, that you're about to face, very similar record, 18-3, and you didn't play Wolverine. The only thing you can really draw comparisons on as far as schedule is teams you played. You both beat Alanson, you both beat Mackinac City, pretty similar margins. What do you know about this team, and what do you need to do tonight to beat them?
You know, just from what we saw, I got a little bit of film on them. You know, we definitely have to execute on defense, slow them down a bit. Like they like to get out and run, so we definitely have to get back on defense. But we have to just cause them little fits on the defensive end, and hopefully they can turn the ball over a little bit, and we can turn that into some offense.
Coach, this is another occasion where your bench may come into play. We saw that in that district final against Engadine. Sam Hopper, Josh Gross coming off the bench, scoring a combined, 32 points. Yeah. You look at this Wolverine squad, you know, they have 10 on the roster. They'll probably play 7 or 8. Is this one of those games where, again, it could be your bench that maybe is the deciding factor?
It could. They fall off. They have their really good 3 players, and then they start falling off. Their 4th and 5th guy, their 6th and 7th man. If we can get them, they're going to be in trouble. But you know, if we can get into their bench at all, and if we can make them tired and stuff with my group of kids that we have, we'll be fine.
Final question for your coach. Mindset coming into this game. Obviously against Engadine, I feel that was really, for lack of a better term, monkey off the back of the Brimley Bays and, you know, guys winning that district. Now you're in the regionals. Do you come in with a different mindset tonight, or are you looking at it the same way as you looked at Wednesday's district final?
We want to look at every game the same. We want to take everybody seriously. We don't want to take anybody for granted. But I really see the last few practices we've had since that game, I really see some confidence in our boys, and they're feeling really good.
Coach Matt Bathy joining us on the pregame show. Coach, best of luck tonight. I know it might take a little while for you to get up here. We are high atop the gym, but we look forward to talking to you after the game.
Sounds good. I'll try to find you.
We'll be here. Got the Brimley shirt on.
Yep.
You should be easy to find me. We'll be back with more of the pregame show here on Eagle 95.1. All right, we're go right to the anthem, Katie, so if you got 3, we should be real good. May even have to cut one here in a sec, so we're just starting the anthem, so I think we'll be pretty close. I'll keep you posted, okay? We'll just go by text from now on. Please remove your hats. All veterans, we encourage you to render the appropriate salute, and everyone able, please stand at attention, placing your hand over your heart as we proudly sing our national anthem. Perfect. All right. Oh. They're going dark.
Hey now.
Sounds good, Katie. Hopefully no more technical glitches. Just do it on a text. Okay, chat me. I don't see anything on my end. That's good. I got nothing on my side. Scott Nason along with Todd Olmstead back in Pellston, Michigan as the lights are out. A nice little touch here by the folks in Pellston announcing the starting lineups for both squads. First, the Wolverines. Or I should say it should be the Wolverines of Wolverine, but it's the Wildcats of Wolverine. Starting tonight, number 2, Wyatt Burkatz. Number 3, Tyler McNeil. Number 4, John Perry. Number 5, Logan McCauley. And number 11, Devin Bacon. Starting for the Brimley Bays tonight, number 20, Marcus Harris. Number 24, Dylan Carrick. Number 34, Zach Gross. Number 42, Brendan Shornack. And number 44, Kaleb Johanson. The Wolverines are coached by Mike McNeil, and the Brimley Bays coached by head coach Matt Bathy. So, Todd, here we go. The winner will take on Cedarville. We're trying to, might be a clarification on the time of that game on Wednesday. I had it listed at 7, but I do see information here that says that game would be at 6 p.m. So we'll get clarification on that at halftime. We probably should know that, Todd, if we're going to be here on Wednesday.
We'll be here on Wednesday, and also for listeners at home and abroad. I must say, Pellston Hornets, the Pellston family has been very nice to us.
Very
it's
nice.
A lovely facility. I can't get enough of that Pellston Hornets sign across the way. It looks like those Hornets are going to come right out at me. And the Stingers out in a few of them.
That's right. The Brimley Bays will be wearing their road blue jerseys with the white trim. Wolverine in their whites with the dark blue trim. We're underway. Brimley has the ball going left to right as seen on your radio dial. Easier for me to say. Now the Bays with the ball. Zach Gross back up top to Carrick. Over to Harris. Now Harris along the baseline. That's Shornack. Shornack back up top. Carrick with it. Now inside the paint. Back to Harris. Right wing. 3. That one's short. Rebounded to Durkatz for the Wolverines. Now Durkatz gets it up to Logan McCauley, the big lanky player there. I don't have heights there, Todd, but he's bigger than me. Now puck on the near puck. Wow, I went to a hockey broadcast there for a second. We're going to have a turnover as we're getting used to this vantage point here. We were courtside in Engadine, a little higher up top here in Pellston. Brimley with the ball, no score. Now Harris on the left wing, up to Carrick. Zach Gross on the right, now inside. Johanson fakes it, now had it pocket picked by Wolverine. Tyler McNeil with it. We're in front of the Brimley bench. Brimley fans right below us here. A packed house in Pellston. Now Wolverine with it. Wolverine with the ball. Inside. That's McCauley. Now McCauley off the glass, up and in. And the first 2 points go to Wolverine. 2-0 Wildcats. Now Harris on the left wing, up top to Carrick. Carrick over to Gross. Now along the baseline, Shornack. Shornack had it stolen. And once again, tough start for the Bays. We saw this in both games in the districts.
A bit of nerves. I wonder if the Wolverine team is going to actually slow up a little bit and not push as much. Maybe set more of a half-court style offense up.
Now we're going to have a foul. That one's going to go on Marcus Harris. He didn't get good positioning there, so that's the first foul of the game. 6:39 to play in this first quarter. 2-0 in favor of Wolverine. Now the Wildcats get McCauley in the near corner. John Perry inside. Perry draws contact, puts up a shot, no good. Perry gets his own rebound, puts it up, no good. Gets another rebound. John Perry, third chance, no. But he'll be fouled. And boy, if that's Marcus Harris, that is 2 very quick fouls on him. And boy, that's a big moment already, Todd, as Marcus Harris, a minute and a half in, has 2 fouls.
I didn't agree with that call. I thought he followed him about 2 plays before that on the offensive rebounded end for the Wolverines.
So at the free throw
for
line,
the Wolverines,
it's going to happen.
That's all right.
That's right, as Perry puts in the first free throw. As now Wolverine leads 3-0. We saw Engadine lead 4-0 in the first quarter in the district final before Brimley went on a run. Well, we're seeing that again, it appears. 3-0 right now. Second free throw, no good, so he misses the second. Rebound goes to Zach Gross. We're at the far sideline. Zach Gross up top. Carrick Now Carrick over to Gross, looking inside. That one off the hands of Johanson. Back to Gross. Up top, Lufkins. Swings it over to Lyons on the left wing. Inside, left elbow, Shornack. Shornack gets it out to Lyons. Open near side three. Yes, sir! Tristan Lyons with a three, and that cuts the lead to 1 2 minutes into this game.
You're going to have to get in Tristan's face tonight. He's feeling it.
Now there's a Gross taking a contact. No call. Shot, tough one from the free throw line. No good. Rebound goes to Gross. Actually, it's 3-3. Now here's Zach Gross driving. Gross hard to the hoop. Misses the shot. Rebound, Lyons. Lyons loses the ball, and that's going to go to Wolverine. We're tied at 3. And yes, we're getting confirmation that game Wednesday is 6 o'clock. So, a little mistake there. I was thinking it was maritime time, apparently, but it is 6 o'clock. Now here's a left wing three by Wolverine. No good. That was Durkatz. Rebound picked up by Lyons. Brimley settling into this one. 3-3 tie. 5:30 to play in this first quarter. Now we're going to have a travel there as Lyons got a little too eager on the pass, and he travels.
Maybe a pass before that. Bit of nerves. Coach is telling him the same thing. Coach Bathy right now yelling it out. But it looks like the Wildcats are doing a great job of just slowing it down. They're playing a 2-3 zone on defense, kind of moving with the ball.
Now here's Perry on the left wing. He launches a three. No good. Rebound. Oh, that one almost went in. Rebound goes to Johanson. Brimley doing a good job now on the defensive boards. Quickly down court. Lyons up top. Zach Gross near side Lyons. He launches another three. That one's off the mark. Rebound inside. Picked up by McNeil for the Wildcats. 3 minutes in. 3-3 tie in this regional semifinal in Pellston. The winner will take on Cedarville Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Now here's a shot up top. McCauley three. That one's no good. Rebounded by Shornack. Now quickly up to Gross. Zach Gross with it. Zach Gross up top. Carrick. Wolverine in a bit of a zone defense right now. Now along the baseline. Shornack looking inside. That one's swatted again out of the hands of Shornack, but McCauley steps out of bounds, so Brimley gets it back.
Well, Coach Bathy already doing some substitutions. We got the first 3 minutes out of the way, so
yeah.
Should be all right now.
Similar start to what we saw in Engadine. Brimley settling in. We're tied at 3. 4:40 to play in this first quarter. Carrick with the ball on the left wing. Over to Lyons. Lyons back to Carrick. Wolverine still in that zone defense. Now Lyons on the left wing. Back up top. Carrick. Right wing. Zach Gross. Now that one deflected goes to Sam Hopper. His first minutes. Now Gross. Right wing. Three. No good. Rebound batted out right to Carrick. Carrick keeps it alive. We're to Lyons. He's open left wing three. Yes, sir! 2 threes for Tristan Lyons, and it's a 6-3 lead for the Brimley Bays. 4:10 to play in this first quarter. We didn't see a lot of offense out of Lyons in that district final. That's good news if you're a Brimley fan, Todd.
Well, at the end of the day, he's going to score one of these games, right?
I would think so. He is so far. Now we're going to have another foul on Gross, and that's the third foul already on Brimley, none yet on Wolverine.
Well, the aggressive nature of Brimley, maybe they are coming out, feeding that aggressive nature. With the bench, they can.
That is their style. They do like to be aggressive on both ends of the court. Wildcats with it, trailing by 3. Nick Perry back up top. McCauley, now he launches a long three, no good. And Wolverine, they don't seem to be taking very good shots right now, Todd. They're just kind of chucking them up from outside.
And almost as they don't know what defense Brimley is running and what play to run, so let's just throw it up.
Now here's Carrick with it. Over to Zach Gross on the right wing. Now near side Lyons. Thought about the three. Gets it over to Carrick. Now Carrick inside. Nice move. Nice bounce pass inside. Hopper puts it in. Dylan Carrick really set that one up, Todd.
Dylan Carrick's got 3 assists.
And it's an 8-3 lead for the Bays. The Bays on an 8-0 run here in this first quarter. Now here's Wolverine with it. Tyler McNeil. McNeil, top of the circle, now cutting the basket. Perry, but he lost the ball. I think we're going to have another foul. And that's going to be the 4th foul.
But he's also out of control driving that lane. He doesn't even have possession of the ball. Brimley's standing straight up.
So that foul will go against Brimley. That one will be on Lyons, his first. So Wolverine at the line shooting to John Perry, who sank 1 of 2 in his earlier trip. Sinks the first. Cutting the deficit to 4. I want to say hello to Don Supo, who joined us last Wednesday listening in. If you're listening, text me. You can tweet me at snason2013. We'd love to hear from you. Second free throw up. That one's no good. Rebounded by Lyons. 8-4 Brimley, 3:15 to play in this first quarter. Now here's Carrick. Over to Lyons. Back up top, Carrick. Carrick bounce past Zach Gross. Gross on the right wing. Over to Carrick. Over to Lyons. Open. Drives the baseline. I think he traveled there. Yep. He thought about the pass and took one too many steps. LeBron's getting away with that one, Todd, not Mr. Lyons.
Or Patrick Ewing.
Exactly.
Even.
3 minutes to play in this first quarter. 8-4. The Bays lead. Now here's Wolverine with it. Logan McCauley now draws the double team. McCauley swings it over to Durkatz. Durkatz with it for Wolverine. Now he had a pocket pick by Gross. Here's Zach Gross with it. Drives to the hoop. Puts up the runner. No, but he'll shoot two. And that's why Zach Gross was named the EUP Conference Defensive Player of the Year for plays just like that, Todd.
It doesn't take Zach long to know that the offensive player does not have a left-handed dribble.
That's right. It's foul on Wyatt Durkatz, his first. So at the line, Zach Gross. First free throw up, good. So that makes the lead 9-4, 2:44 to play in this quarter. As number 11, Devin Bacon. I'm sure there'll be some reference there to the name at some point in the broadcast there, Todd, but
the Wolverines and Kevin Bacon.
That's right. Second free throw up and in by Gross. He sinks them both, and it's 10-4 Brimley. 2:40 to play in this first quarter. Tyler McNeil across the midcourt line. Now McNeil between the circles. McNeil still has it being guarded by Gross. Probably hasn't seen defense like that this year. Now nice cut to the basket. McCauley passes it over. Nice play by Aschenfelter. He puts it in, and it's a 10-6 Brimley lead. 2:20 to play. Carrick quickly up court to Gross. Zach Gross, lob pass Johanson along the baseline, draws a double team. Johanson cuts to the basket. He was fouled. That's a good move by Johanson. He didn't score a lot on Wednesday of last week, but I like that aggressive play by him, Todd.
Recognizing that they're not going to play solid defense under the hoop in their 2-3 zone, he took it to the hole.
And that foul will go against number 4 as John Perry as the first free throw in by Johanson. So Bays 3 of 3 from the line so far, making it an 11-6 lead. 2:15 to play in this first quarter.
And it looks like the Wildcats are subbing in and out just to get good breathers.
Right.
Because this is going to be an up-tempo game.
Now Johanson, free throw, second one. That one's short, so Brimley 3 of 4 from the charity stripe. Rebounded by McNeil. Tyler McNeil with it. Wolverine trails by 4. 2 minutes to play here in this first quarter. Now Wolverine with it. Tyler McNeil being guarded by Gross. Pushed off there. It's got to be an offensive foul. They call it. Ron Van Sloten, one of our officials, saw that one and made a good call. And that'll be the third foul on Wolverine. That one will go against McNeil, so he has one. Now here's Josh Gross, who had one of his best games of his career in the district final against Engadine. 16 points off the bench. Josh Gross over to Lyons. Now near side. That's Sam Hopper in the near corner. Sam Hopper looks inside. Shornack dishes it outside. Zach Gross up top 3. That one's off the mark. Rebounded by Wolverine at Max Nelson. Here come the Wildcats. Quickly down court. That's Bacon. He launches a 3. Yes, sir. Devin Bacon just fired that one up, and Wolverine now trails just by 2.
Catch and shoot lightning shot.
I guess. Now here's Hopper. Had his pocket picked there by Perry. Turnover. Stolen by the Wolverines. Quickly up court. Bacon, will he shoot it again?
Yes.
He does. That one's way off, but he traveled before the shot as Lyons was probably going to block that one. I think he did get a piece of it.
He was feeling it, Scott. He knew he was going to shoot it when that ball was thrown in the air.
Interested to see how tall number 5 is, Logan McCauley. He is a tall, lanky player.
And he's playing out front like a lot of those hybrid players. I think you call them hybrid players. The guys that are up front that are lanky, tall.
Minute 20 to play in this first quarter. Bays with the ball, leading by 2. Lyons over to Hopper in the far corner. Now drives the baseline. Bounce pass, Shornack. Bobbled it, puts it up, no good. Rebound picked up by Tyler McNeil for the Wildcats. Wolverine with it, trailing by 2. Now McNeil gets it over a lot. Wow, I thought they stepped on the end line. They did, because that was Logan McCauley. We had the best view in the house on that one, Todd.
And the Brimley fans are going to let him know if he missed the call.
The student section literally right below us here. Good Brimley crowd. Wolverine probably got the whole town of Wolverine here. There's only just a few empty seats right across from us. Now Hopper drives the baseline. He's trapped. Hopper passes it outside to Shornack. Now Josh Gross with it. Josh Gross with the ball. 45 seconds to play. Inside Shornack. He bobbles it, gets it to Lyons. Now Lyons, right elbow, puts up the 12-footer. No good. Rebound picked up by McCauley, and that one will go out of bounds. Looks like it went off a Brimley player. It did.
Yeah, nice turnout by Brimley tonight as well, Scott. They have as many fans here tonight as Pellston did, and this is Pellston's home gym.
Now John Perry will check in for Wolverine. Really, Brimley hasn't used the bench too much at this point. Harris, we haven't seen really anything since he got that second foul.
And it's going to be tough to keep him off the court, but Coach, he's savvy.
Yes, he is. McNeil with it. 30 seconds to play here in the first. Tyler McNeil, top of the circle. Now McNeil gets it to Perry. Perry, pressured by Zach Gross. Now a chance there. Stolen there by Josh Gross, and he's fouled. And there, Josh Gross with a good defense there, and he's fired up. As that's going to be the fourth foul on Wolverine. Brimley with 4 as well. And that one will go against number 4, John Perry, his second. So the Bays see if they play for the last shot here, Todd, with 19 seconds to play. Leading by 2. Josh Gross over on the left wing, Zach Gross. Now Sam Hopper, near corner. Back over to Gross. Now Josh Gross inside. That one's swatted away by McCauley. 5 seconds. Here's Wolverine with it. See if they get a shot off. Nelson at the buzzer. No good. And our score after 1 quarter of play, Brimley 11, Wolverine 9. We'll be back with the second quarter here on Eagle 95.1. I didn't get the $1.20 that. Oh, you mean like a minute 20? Did I say $1.20? Yeah, I'm getting nothing on the chat. Just go ahead and text Katie. That just don't even mess with chat if it's not going. Oh yeah, $1.20. I do that. I thought when you first said I swore or something. Yeah, let's just do the text. Well, that quarter flew by, eh?
Yeah, did. And it's only helping Wolverine's confidence at this.
All right, thanks, Katie.
Wolverine, apostrophe S.
Scott Nason, Todd Olmstead, and Vance Nason back in Pellston, Michigan in this regional semifinal in Class D. Our score after 1, Todd, Brimley with an 11-9 lead. They got off to a slow start, but they picked it up, but Wolverine's hanging around. They have the ball going left to right, as seen on your radio dial. Now Tyler McNeil with it, top of the circle, gets it to Devin Bacon. Bacon, lob pass, over, stolen by Lyons. Nice steal on the sideline. Now Lyons drives. Lyons puts it up with the right hand. Yes! And 1. Tristan Lyons has come to play tonight. He has 8 points, and he'll shoot a free throw as well.
Anticipating the pass, taking it the other way, natural score at the free throw line, Scott.
Brimley 3 of 4 from the line, make it 3 of 5 as they miss that second one. That one will go out of bounds, but I think Brimley will keep it as that goes off a Wolverine player. Go ahead.
No, the Wildcats definitely sticking around this game, and the longer they stick around, the more they're going to be excited about sticking around.
Now here's Johanson with a wild shot inside. That one no good. Rebounded by McNeil. Tyler McNeil for the Wolverines, driving on Josh Gross. Good defense by Grosh. And that one will go out of bounds. We'll stay with Wolverine. I think I said Grosh. I meant Gross.
Well, that defensive tenacity by the Gross brothers.
13-9 Brimley. Now Wolverine, long 3 near side. That one's no good. Battled for the Bays, picked up by Lyons. Now here's Gross with it. Josh Gross with the ball on the near side. Sam Hopper to Gross, looking inside. Johanson bobbled it, puts up a tough shot. Good. Kaleb Johanson with 3, and the Bays lead by 6. We have a timeout on the court. 7:12 to play in this second quarter. The Brimley fans on their feet, Todd. They lead by the score of 15-9.
Well, they should be excited about their team. Their team is one of the best teams in the Upper Peninsula, and now is the time to show it. Coming down here to Northern Lower Peninsula, the home of the Hornets and Pellston, the nation's icebox. Let's heat this thing up tonight, boys.
I think so. This timeout brought to you by Mimic Insurance LaPrade Agency, reminding all school and healthcare employees that you can receive up to 35% off discounts on your home and auto insurance when you're with Mimic. Contact the LaPrade Agency at 635-5981 to find out how. The winner of this game, as I mentioned, will take on Cedarville Wednesday night here in Pellston. Regional final, 6 p.m. start time. And if it's Brimley, we'll be here for that one, and the winner will advance to the Class D quarterfinal in Escanaba a week from tomorrow night, next Tuesday, March 20th. And we'll take on the winner of the Negaunee region. At halftime, we'll try to get some scores from the games going on out there, as well, there's some big teams and some big games going on, but that's why you play the games, Todd. This is going to be a fun playoff road.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head on the way down here. The competition on the west end is incredible. It's gritty every night.
It really is. 15-9, Brimley off the timeout. Wolverine with the ball. Tyler McNeil dribbles it across the midcourt line. Now here's McNeil driving, dishing it out. McCauley now just puts up a tough shot off the bank. Good. Logan McCauley with 4. The Bays lead by 4. Now here's Carrick with it. Carrick over to Sam Hopper. Now Hopper drives the baseline. Hopper puts up a tough shot. No good. Rebounded by McCauley. That size really helping him on the defensive end, getting a lot of boards here tonight. Now here's McCauley on Hopper. McCauley gets it outside Durkatz. Now Durkatz launches the 3. That one's no good. Rebounded by Lyons. Tristan Lyons with the ball. Brimley leading by 4. 6:30 to play in the second quarter. Lyons over to Hopper. Sam Hopper near corner. Pass it inside. Shornack double team. That's Johanson. We're going to have a foul before anything there. Foul on the floor. As that one's going to go against number 11, Devin Bacon, his first, team foul number 6. So Brimley got those 4 early fouls, Todd, and it's been Wolverine with the last 6. Now quickly inbounded there to Johanson. He misses a shot inside. Rebound picked up by McCauley. Now over on the far sideline. That's a long 2 Perry. That one's short. Rebounded by Lyons. Bays lead by 4. 6:10 to play here in the second quarter. Josh Gross, lob pass up top, Lyons, over to Carrick. Now Carrick, right in front of the Wolverine bench. Carrick, over to Gross. Now Lyons in the near corner. Lyons gets it inside, nice pass. That's going to be a foul as Johanson cut to the basket. That foul is going to go against McCauley. That'll be his first, 7th team foul on Wolverine. And back to the free throw line go the Bays, Todd.
Scott Paint and Baseline are there for the Bays all night long.
So here's Johanson at the line. He has 3, went 1 of 2 on his previous trip. He'll shoot 2. First free throw, no good. So the Bays now 3 of 6 from the free throw line. As we'll see Johanson shoot 1 more. Brimley's led pretty much this entire game outside that 4-0 lead for Wolverine. Second free throw, no good. And I think that's going to be another opportunity there, as I think that was a lane violation, Todd. So wipe out that miss. As I think a Wolverine player just might have stepped in a little bit early. And so Johansson's going to get 1 more.
Possession so critical for the Wolverine Wildcats. Can't step in the lane.
So Johanson misses that one as well. So he missed 3. Only gets credit for, or I should say, he only missed 2 on the score sheet. And Wolverine hanging around, trailing by 4. 5:50 to play here in the quarter. Now here's Nick Perry over at the far sideline. Double team, gets it out to John Perry. And that one's going to be, I believe, a travel before the a foul. Little shove there by number 4, John Perry, and that's his 3rd. And that's going to give Brimley a 1-and-1 opportunity here, Todd. I don't know if it's an offensive foul. Scratch that.
No, with Perry, he's been playing a little undisciplined on defense, hadn't been going straight up, and with that, he didn't have to get the offensive call against him.
Now here's Carrick with the ball for Brimley. They lead by 4, 5:30 to play in the second quarter. Now Lyons back to Carrick. Now Lyons again on the right wing. Looking inside, Hopper along the baseline, swings it outside, Zach Gross up to Carrick. Now Carrick in the paint, bounce pass. Johanson cutting to the basket, putting it up off the glass, good.
As I said before, that baseline and paint is available every possession.
Kaleb Johanson with 5, the Bays lead by 6. 5 minutes to play in the second quarter. Wolverine with the ball, Durkatz, top of the circle, pass it over to McCauley. Now McCauley with it. McCauley on the right wing. Passes it over to Durkatz. Now Durkatz drives, puts up a tough shot, no good, gets his own rebound, dishes it out to Nelson. Now Max Nelson from 14, that one's off the mark, rebounded by Zach Gross. Here come the Bays. Carrick across the midcourt line. Carrick with it, passing it inside. Johanson up and in. You said it, Todd. They're finding that inside game. Johanson with 6 in this quarter, 7 overall, and the Bays have their biggest lead of 8.
Coach McNeil tried to compensate and bring another guy down low, but it doesn't matter. They're still using baseline and lane.
Wolverine with the ball, trailing by 8. Now over the far sideline, that's Perry. He drives the basket, puts it up and in. Nick Perry with his first 2. And The Bays lead cut to 6. Now Zach Gross gets it to Carrick. Back to Gross. Zach Gross on the right wing. Coach got to get off the court there. He was out of the coach's box there.
He's 6 man.
Yeah, exactly. It's a turnover. Inside. That's Nelson putting it up and in. Max Nelson with his first 2, and all of a sudden it's a 4-point game again halfway through the second quarter. Lyons over to Carrick up top. Now Tristan Lyons on the right wing. Still no Marcus Harris in this quarter. He's only played about a minute and a half with early foul trouble. Now Carrick over to Lyons. Lyons on the right wing, looking inside. Hopper. Now Hopper dribbles it, passes it out to Carrick. Over to Lyons, open, passes up to 3, passes inside Johanson. He puts it up again and good. Kaleb Johanson with 8 in this quarter, 9 in the game, all from the inside. The Bays lead by 6.
Very unselfish perimeter play by the Bays.
Now we have a quick timeout by Wolverine as they were in danger of not getting that ball inbounded. 3:26 to play here, Todd, in this second quarter. The Bays leading, but Wolverine hanging around. It's only a 6-point lead.
It is a 6-point lead, and they're doing their best, and every possession very important for the Wildcats. So when they come down and have an errant shot, or they come down and have an offensive foul that they didn't need to do on that possession, it really hurts them. 21-15 right now. No Marcus Harris, like you said, in the lineup. I'm not going to say it's helping or hurting the Bays. They've played without him for a little while this year, but definitely a catalyst. Get him back out there. It could be 10, 15-point lead real fast.
We have an upset in the other regional semifinal in Negaunee. Trout Creek, 22-1 on the season, gets knocked off by Kearney Nadu by the score of 51-45. They will play the winner of Dollar Bay and Rapid River. That one just starting, so a big upset there. Jake Witt had 27 for Trout Creek along with 23 rebounds. And so Trout Creek goes down. That is a big upset out west.
Coach Bathy and the Bays played Kearney Nadu in early season camp, and he said they had a pretty nice team.
Yeah, they're all good teams there. Now Wolverine with the ball off the timeout. Trailing by 6, that's McNeil drives. Puts it up off the glass, no good. Rebound, that should go off a Wolverine player out of bounds. Will go to Brimley. Cedarville won their game here easy over Pellston by the score of 79-47. As they are still in attendance watching this one.
Well, Cedarville looks smooth tonight, Scott.
They sure did. Now Lyons, left wing, 3. Yes, sir!
Natural score, my man. Big 3.
Tristan Lyons with 3 threes. He has 11. The Bays have their biggest lead of the night. It's 9. Under 3 to play in the second quarter. Wolverine with the ball. Over to Durkatz. Durkatz, near corner, McNeil. Nice pass, driving to the basket. Outside to Nelson. Now long 3 up top. McCauley, no good. On the rebound, McNeil gets it. Now he loses it. Picked up by Lyons. Tristan Lyons with it. Brimley's got a long time without a foul, Todd. Now here's a pass inside Hopper. Trapped under the basket. That one swatted out of his hands. But there was contact, and Sam Hopper will shoot 2 free throws. That foul will go on Nick Perry.
The Wildcats just should concentrate on cutting that ball off down the lane instead of trying to block the shot with 3 guys because they're picking up a foul every time they do it. And like you said, they can't afford it with a small bench.
So Sam Hopper at the line. He'll shoot 2. He has 2 points on the night. Brimley right now 3 of 7 from the line. Make it 3 of 8. Again, we've said it a lot this year, Todd. Free throws sometimes can be an issue for Brimley. They've been better as the season has gone along, but right now they've missed 4 in a row.
You know, they could go perfect at free throws for 2 straight nights, and they're still going to have that stigmatism, unfortunately.
Now at the line, Sam Hopper, he'll shoot 1 more. Bays lead by 9, 2:27 to play here in the second quarter. Coming up, we'll have our Superior Pizza and Subs halftime show. We'll get Vance Nason back on the broadcast as Hopper rolls out the second free throw. As the Wildcats have, Wolverine, you just want to keep this lead under double digits going into half. You're still in this game. Now here's a 3 by Durkatz far side. That one rattles out. Rebound picked up by Carrick. And the Bays have it. Zach Gross across the midcourt line. Long pass to Hopper. Nice pass to Shornack, who puts it up and in. Sam Hopper saw the court on that one.
And that break happened because the get-back power forward, number 3, he didn't get back. He was scuffling for the ball. His man got open down the court.
26-15 Brimley, under 2 to play in this second quarter. Wildcats with the ball. Durkatz up top. McCauley. Now McCauley with it for Wolverine. Being guarded by Sam Hopper. Now we're going to have a foul underneath, and that's the first foul. No, an offensive foul again on Wolverine. Unbelievable, Todd. Brimley got the first 4 fouls in about the first 2.5 minutes of the first quarter. They haven't had a foul since. Wolverines had 10
Scott, I wasn't going to say it, but at the beginning of the game, but you could see it. You could see it just in the discipline. Brimley was playing right down with them at the first part of the game when it comes to that.
So here we go. 10 fouls on the board for Wolverine, 4 for the Bays. 26-15. Now here's Gross. Josh Gross, left wing 3. That one's short. Rebound inside, picked up by Gross as he gets hammered there on the rebound, and Josh Gross will shoot 2 free throws as the Wolverines fans right now not really happy with how things are going as far as the officiating.
Yeah, it's tough when you have that, but the officials are being fair. There's 3 officials on the court. They're not missing a single thing when it comes down. This is regional semifinal action. You can't miss anything. You got to be fair.
And that foul will be on Perry. That's his 4th. As that first free throw, I believe, missed there, Todd, by Gross. So right now, 6 straight free throws missed by the Brimley Bays. Josh Gross at the line. He'll shoot one more. Second free throw up. That one's no good, so.
They still have 5 fouls in the Wolverines conference, right? They still play with 5 fouls in the game.
I believe so, yes.
All right.
Minute 20 to play. 11-point lead. Now a steal there by the Bays. Carrick with it across the midcourt line to Zach Gross. Minute 10 to play. Low-scoring first half. But the Bays lead by 11. Now here's Gross over to Carrick on the right wing. Back to Zach Gross. Sam Hopper near corner. Now Gross has it, and they're going to be a foul there as they'll get the big applause from the Wolverines fans. The Wolverine fans, as that's the first foul on Brimley, I think, since we had the time change there yesterday. That's on Shornack, his first. So Wolverine with it, under a minute to play. Durkatz with it in front of the Brimley bench. Now Durkatz at the free throw line, gets it over to McCauley. He launches the 3, no good. Rebound picked up by Nelson. He puts up a wild shot. Again, Wolverine just not setting their offense at all. As that's a lookout. I won't say what that is there, but Nate Reckless saw a little too much of Zach Gross.
Oh, they can't see at home, Scott.
Well, it's a good thing they didn't see that. 43 seconds to play in the second quarter. And again, no Marcus Harris at all here, Todd, in the second quarter, and really in the first half. Interesting move there. Perry inside. That one's stolen by Zach Gross. Now Gross has it. Zach Gross bounce pass. Carrick drives to the hoop, puts it up and in. Dylan Carrick's first 2. Bays lead by 13. 30 seconds to play in this quarter. Now pass inside. That one's going to be a travel. Credit the Brimley defense, Todd, there, causing all sorts of fits for this Wildcats squad.
And it looks like the Wildcats, the conference that they may played in, a different team might have reacted there, but the Bays, they're stoic, sturdy. Coach Bathy's not going to let them have these fouls that they are producing.
20 seconds to play. Brimley looks like they're going to play for the last shot. Coach Matt Bathy gets a timeout with 17.5 seconds to play in this second quarter. Brimley with a 13-point lead over Wolverine in this Class D regional semifinal.
Geez, if you're Coach McNeil for the Wildcats, what are you talking to your gang about right now? And he's got the assistant coach talking to the officials like there's a lot of fouls to be called. And we're here to tell you folks at home or in the car, wherever you're at, that Bays are playing straight up. And if you know what we're talking about, their defense is straight up. Their positioning is good. The Wildcats, not necessarily. They're a little bit erratic. They're always trying to slap at the ball after they've lost a rebound opportunity instead of getting back on defense. And that's some of the things that they're going to have to work on. You can't talk. Referees is not going to help you get back on defense.
Yeah, if you're depending on the referees to make calls and win games and you're not in a good situation, and Brimley started off again slow. We've seen it all postseason long, but they found a way to get back in it, and they're in good position here, leading by 13 with 17.5 seconds to play, and this is all minus Marcus Harris, who got those 2 early fouls a minute and a half in, and he has not seen the court since then.
I mean, it's just such a tribute to this team, though.
Exactly. Now here's Carrick with it, 10 seconds to play. Carrick over to Gross. Now Gross drives the baseline. That one's going to be another foul on Wolverine, and that's going to send Josh Gross to the line shooting 2, but Brimley has not done a good job from the free throw line tonight. They are 3 of 11.
Well, maybe the Wildcats should have brought up 3 more guys from the JV.
Yeah. Now here's Gross. He'll shoot 2. First free throw up. No, way off there. Well, here we go. Again, a lot of this is mental, Todd. We've seen stretches where this team just can't hit any free throws, and right now they're in one of those stretches. So second free throw upcoming by Josh Gross. Takes a deep breath on the free throw line, and finally the Bays do make 1. That's Gross's first point. They lead by 14. 8 seconds to play. Quickly across the midcourt line. Logan McCauley inside. Puts up a shot. No good off the back heel. Rebound by McCauley. Puts up another shot. Good. McCauley with 6. And at half, It's Brimley with a 29-17 lead in this Class D regional semifinal. We'll be back with our halftime show here on Eagle 95.1. No, I'm good. All right. See, our technical glitches seem to have gone. Go ahead and grab some, Todd. It will be Vance and I here, Vance. Go ahead and use this one. Use that one. What's that?
What a game.
Yeah.
It took them about, how long recorded? 8 minutes? It took them 11 minutes to start getting into the Brimley mode.
Yeah.
They were doing so bad at first.
Yeah.
And then they kicked in. Brendan left that on pause. I don't know if he would pause it.
Yeah, that's good.
He should have paused it, but he missed. I'd rather have him take the blame.
I don't know about disconnecting there, Katie. Let's just keep it. Everything's working now. We just do it by text. I'm a little nervous on disconnecting anything with things working good, so a little superstition there.
I'm ready.
Just text me. It seems to be working fine.
Dad, I love the intro they had to the players.
What's that?
I love the when the players came out in the intro.
Yeah, that's cool, wasn't it?
Yeah, the spotlight, that was awesome.
What do we got for time, Katie? Yeah, 5, 3, and 1's good. Even 5's good. Just do 5, and I can count it down from there. Okay.
Johanson, he's had a night. Yeah, he's had his fair share of bad plays, but I mean, I don't even know how many points he has. I just know that he's on fire.
I can add up the points. Almost forgot about that. That's the points right there, aren't they?
Yeah. After halftime, I used the restroom. I see, on here, I sound completely different than when I do on here. It's so weird. These headphones are a lot more sensitive.
Yeah, these are much better headphones.
What's this? Oh, sorry.
Back in Pellston, Michigan, in our halftime show for this boys basketball regional semifinal. Our score at halftime: the Brimley Bays lead the Wolverine Wildcats by the score of 29-17. And this halftime show brought to you by Superior Pizza and Subs. They are located on West 6 Mile in Brimley, Michigan. The best pizza, the best subs, Superior Pizza and Subs. We're joined once again by Vance Nason here at halftime. Vance, a little slow start for the Brimley Bays. They got in early foul trouble, but they lead Wolverine by the score of 29-17, led by Kaleb Johanson with 11. Rather, Tristan Lyons with 11 and Kaleb Johanson with 9. Your thoughts on the first half, sir?
Man, I think Brimley's done outstanding in the last 4 minutes of the second period, or second quarter, sorry. But at first they weren't getting it. They were just slow. They were getting careless turnovers, letting them put up shots that they probably shouldn't have. And I think that's why they got so many points early. That's why Wolverine got so many points early. But then I don't know what it was, but Brimley just kicked in. Tristan Lyons started making threes. Kaleb Johanson started getting under. He's got 9 points. Tristan Lyons got 11, and I can't wait to see how this game finishes up.
Yeah, and Brimley did it without Marcus Harris, Vance. He got those 2 early fouls, and he didn't play at all. in that second quarter. As a matter of fact, he played a minute and a half in the game. And so, again, this is where deep bench comes into play for Brimley. And it wasn't their bench as much producing, but it was Tristan Lyons and Kaleb Johanson. It was really nice to see Lyons hit those early shots. He hasn't been scoring as of late. And then to get their inside game established with Johanson, Brimley just has so many ways they can beat you.
Yeah, they have so much depth. And one thing I also saw is that at first, the Wolverine was kind of clamping up in the middle. They weren't letting much in there. But Kaleb Johanson doesn't care. He found a way to get open, even though he's gotten fouled a lot of times. That's kind of a strategy. Even though you might not make the shot, just get two free throws for your troubles.
If you're Wolverine, Vance, you got to be at least a little bit happy that you're not down by more, because Wolverine's just had a hard time getting set in their offense, and you got to credit a lot of that to Brimley's defense. What does Wolverine have to try to do a little differently in the second half if they're going to try to spring the upset here and beat Brimley?
Unlike Brimley, they don't have big bench. They only have 10 people, and I have seen I don't think Logan McCauley has come out much at all this game, and he's basically their only hope right now. He's kind of a taller guy, so I want to see them try to move the ball around better, get him inside, and try to put up some better shots, because the ones they're putting up now are either deep threes or unnecessary inside shots. So if they can move the ball around better and be a little more patient, they could probably get a little more points in this game.
Well, Vance, enjoy the second half. We'll get you back here during the post-game show and get your thoughts on what's hopefully a Brimley win.
Yeah, I will look forward to it.
And that will do it here for our halftime show. We'll be back with the start of the second half here in Pellston. Again, our score, Brimley 29, Pellston is hosting the regional. It's Wolverine with 17. You're listening to Brimley Bays basketball on Eagle 95.1.
What's going on, sir? Good to see you. Where are you guys sitting? Down amongst here? Or? What's up, man? Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I didn't realize that was the second one you used.
Oh, yeah.
The exact same
Oh, I love it.
for our podcast.
I love it. I love it. This thing's good.
So what, you seem to use a Skype MP3?
Yeah.
So where is it?
We got knocked off real quick, so it recorded the first thing, but then that's recording. It's just it records everything. Yeah. It's clear as day too.
Do you have to actually open it up, hit record?
No, once you open Skype and you connect it, goes right away. Yeah. It's good. And then it's really easy, like I said, really easy to edit. It's 2 channels, so when like Butch is on, then I have to combine the channels, and you know how that is. But yeah, it's good. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can edit this in like 10 minutes if I have to.
Awesome.
Yeah. So
it's just a free,
Yep.
where did you get it from?
I can't remember
So you punched it in?
Yep, just MP3 Skype recorder. Yeah. Katie, we got 3 minutes, right? I got about 2 minutes on the clock right now. Katie, I got about 2 minutes on the clock right now. So if we got anywhere under a minute or so. Okay, cool. That's good, Katie. Yeah, I don't think this Wolverine team's very good. No. They just go up and chuck it. Really should be leading much more, yeah. I think you'll see him make a good run here.
On the second half, they'll run away with
Yeah.
it.
All right.
All right, bud.
All right, thanks for coming up, Tim. We'll see you in the morning.
Alrighty. 35. Scott Nason, Todd Olmstead back here in Pellston, Michigan, just about to start the third quarter in our Class D regional semifinal. The Brimley Bays lead the Wolverine Wildcats by the score of 29-17. And we got Vance's thoughts, Todd, on the first half. Real quick, your thoughts.
First half thoughts, undisciplined by one end and becoming more disciplined on the other end. And then it's a fast-paced game. Brimley's getting up and down the court, almost to the point where they're forcing the Wildcats into making stupid defensive plays. And I hate using stupid in a word, but it's kind of those foolish calls that they've been getting that's been adding and tacking onto their foul totals. And it's a lot because Brimley's just taking it up fast.
Tristan Lyons with 11 for Brimley to lead all scorers. Kaleb Johanson with 9. And it's Logan McCauley with 6 to lead the Wolverines. Brimley with the ball, going left to right as seen on your radio dial, leading by 12 starting this second half. Marcus Harris back on the court after some early foul trouble in the first half. Now here's Johanson with it. He gets the feeling, Todd, that Brimley's just a run away from just putting this one out of reach. We haven't quite seen the run yet, but you just get the feeling that you might see it here in this third quarter.
Gosh, that's a beautiful thought, Scott.
Well,
it is. Honestly, it's a beautiful thought.
I try my best.
You're absolutely right.
Now here's Johanson at the far corner. Brimley with the ball, patient on this possession. Zach Gross over to Harris. He'll launch, right wing three. No, that one was halfway down. Bounces out. Rebounded by McCauley. Logan McCauley with the ball for Wolverine. Still looking to get set in their offense. They just haven't been able to get really set as far as some of their offensive plays. Almost looks like they're just kind of just making it up as they go along. Now here's McCauley with it. McCauley over to Nelson, and that's going to be a foul there. And I believe that's going to go against Brimley. On the floor. Is that Harris again that got that one? No, that was number 34. That's Zach Gross, his second. Wolverine to inbound. 7:05 to play in this third quarter. The winner will play Cedarville here in Pellston on Wednesday at 6 o'clock. Now here's far corner three. That one's no good. Shot by Perry, rebounded by Harris. Now here's Marcus Harris quickly across the midcourt line. Bounce pass inside. Johanson had that one blocked there by McCauley. Nice block by him. McCauley now leads the break. Over. Oh, he thought he traveled there. Now he gets it inside. McCauley on the right wing. He'll center it between the circles. Wolverine trails by 12. 6:40 to play in this third quarter. Logan McCauley with the ball. Now looking inside. That's McNeil. Shot off the glass. Good. Tyler McNeil's first two. And Wolverines had 7 different scores. They're definitely spreading the wealth. Marcus Harris with it. On the near side, Johanson. Carrick. Gross over to Harris on the left wing. Now Shornack at the free throw line. Shot no good. Rebounded by Carrick. Now Carrick inside off the glass. No. Johanson found some space and he puts it up and in.
Well, the way the beginning of halves and quarters treat us, I'm surprised those went in.
Yeah, really.
Right under the hoop.
You're
dot
right.
Shot.
Yeah, the second half didn't start out well for Brimley in their district final as well. They lead by 12, however, here. Now here's McCauley with it. He launches a three up top. Good. Put that one in. He has 9, and Wolverine just kind of hanging around, trailing by 9. 5:45 to play in this third quarter. Now Johanson near corner. Johanson with it, over to Carrick. Now between the circles, Zach Gross. Gross passes it inside, off the hands of Johanson, goes to Harris. Harris with it for Brimley, yet to score in this game. Over to Johanson, far corner. Now Johanson up to Gross. Zach Gross over to Carrick. Now Marcus Harris on the right wing, looking inside again. Johanson puts up a shot off the glass. No, rebound again by McCauley. That's going to be a foul on Brimley, and I think that's going to go against Johanson. And that's his first, team foul number 2 here in the second half. The Wolverine just hanging around right now, trailing by 9. We saw Engadine do that in the district final. Todd, Brimley led, but Engadine just slowly chipped at that lead. They got it to, I think, 4 at one point. Wolverine now trails by 9. 5:15 to play in this quarter. Durkatz with it over in the far corner, looking inside. McNeil finds some space. Tough shot, no. Gets his own rebound. McNeil, another chance. He puts it up and in. Tyler McNeil with 4. And it's a 7-point lead for Brimley. 5 minutes to play in the third. Carrick up top, over to Harris. Now he launches left wing 3. Yes, sir! Marcus Harris with his first points. He has 3. That extends the lead back to 10. Game going quickly once again. Seems like these playoff games just go at warp speed sometimes, Todd. Now Harris draws contact, no call. Ball inside in the paint. We're going to have a jump ball situation. Possession arrow will keep it with Pellston. 4:38 to play in this third quarter. 34-24. We saw Tim Ellis
Yeah, it was great to
here
see
at
him.
halftime making the trek with him and his wife Lindsay. Want to thank Tim for popping by. Now we'll have a substitution for the Bays as Tristan Lyons will check in. Replacing, looks like Zach Gross. No, Josh Gross. They're easy to get mixed up. They're brothers.
Yes.
So now Wolverine to inbound, trailing by 10. 4:38 to play in this third quarter. Now Wolverine with the ball along the baseline. That's Perry. Shot off the side of the backboard. Rebounded by Nelson. Now on the right wing, McCauley. He launches a three. That one's short. Rebound picked up. Whoa, look out. Harris draws all sorts of contact. And I think it was good positioning there by McCauley. I think that was a good no call. Now here's McCauley with it. Inside shovel pass. Shot up and in. Boy, this Wolverine team, Todd, they sure as heck don't look pretty, but they're hanging around.
Yeah, it would be wise to maybe get Coach Bates to get a timeout just to sort the boys out a little
Now
bit.
Harris, long three. That one's short. Rebounded inside Lyons. Lyons puts it off a shot. No good. Rebound picked up by Nelson. So Wolverine, halfway through this third quarter, trails by 8 with the ball.
One thing the Bays could get back to doing, Scott, is passing it. Minimum of 5 or 6 passes on offense before a shot.
Now McCauley with it. McCauley pass inside, stolen by Lyons. Now here's Tristan Lyons again leading the break. Gets it to Sam Hopper. Now he bobbles it. Over to Lyons. Lyons underneath. Puts up the shot. No. Gets his own rebound. Another chance and one. That was just sheer determination right there by Tristan Lyons as he has 13 and he'll shoot one from the free throw line.
He wasn't leaving without a bucket or going to the line. He's getting both now.
That's right. He extends the lead to 10. 3:37 to play in the third quarter. Brimley 4 of 13 from the free throw line. Make it 5 of 14. As Lyons hits the free throw, he has 14 on the night. And that extends the lead to 11. 3:37 to play in this third quarter.
No, both teams are playing like the other teams are in the gym watching them for the next game.
I think you're right. Now Cedarville has left. They're probably listening to it on the radio. Now here's McNeil with it along the baseline. Gets it outside to McCauley. McCauley inside to McNeil. Now McNeil turnaround shot. Good. Tyler McNeil has 8 all in this quarter. And he's single-handedly keeping Wolverine in this game. They trail once again by 9. Now here's Shornack, left elbow. Puts up the shot. No good. Rebound by McCauley for Wolverine. 3:05 to play. Now Wolverine with the ball. McCauley move inside. He draws contact. And he'll shoot 2 free throws as that's the third team foul here on Brimley in the second half.
You know, as you've seen the last 2 offensive possessions, 3 offensive possessions for the Brimley Bays. Lack of passing, lack of good shot opportunities. And once the shot was up, there was nobody to rebound.
3:01 to play in this third quarter. Free throw, no good. That's the first free throw by Wolverine in quite some time since the first quarter, as that was missed by Logan McCauley. He'll shoot one more. Bays lead by 9. 3:01 to play in this third quarter. Winner plays Wednesday against Cedarville. Second free throw up and in by McCauley. He's in double digits with 10. That's an 8-point Brimley lead. Now here's Harris with it. Harris over to Gross. Josh Gross thought about the 3. Now passes it up. Shovels to Hopper on the near side. Gross over at the far side. He gets it again. Now Josh Gross drives. Puts up a shot. Good. Boy, he's an aggressive player. And he puts that one in. He has 3. And once again, the lead is 10, Todd.
He's not afraid of them trees in the lane, Scott.
That's right. 2:40 to play in the third quarter. Logan McCauley on the right wing with it. Up to Nelson. Now Nelson over to McNeil. Almost stolen by Harris. Nelson up top. Now McNeil has it looking inside. That one battled for and goes out of bounds. And that's going to go to, I believe, Brimley. They're going to double check that one. Hard to tell from here. That's on the far side of the court.
Well, it would have stayed with the Wildcats, I think, but they tried to save it out of bounds. I think it might be coming back.
No, they do give it to the Wildcats as the referees confer. Again, these referees are selected by the Michigan High School Athletic Association. There's not their usual partners. So that always can be a little bit of a challenge for an official, but they got it right there. Now a 3 by McNeil. That one's no good. Rebound inside. That's going to be an over the back on Nelson as he went up on Harris. And that's Max Nelson with the foul. His first team foul number 3 for Wolverine.
The Bays just innately get between their man and the basket on those rebounds. And Wildcats continue to go over the back, and half of them haven't been called tonight. So, I mean, the fans for the Wildcats can be upset there's not a lot of calls being called, but there could be more.
Now here's Lyons with it on the right wing. 2 minutes to play. That's going to be a hand check foul there on Nick Perry. That's his second. Team foul number 3. Brimley crowd right below us. They travel well. As they have, well, I don't know who's open in Brimley right now. Maybe the Bay Mills Resort and Casino, that's probably it. Now here's a pass inside. Hopper off the pass from Lyons. He puts it in. Sam Hopper with 4, and it's a 12-point lead. Under 2 to play. Here's McNeil with it. Over to McCauley. He launches the 3. That one, no good. Rebounded by Lyons. Maybe this is the run the Brimley Bays are looking for. As I say that, Lyons tried to pass it to Harris. And I thought that was deflected there, and I think it was, Todd.
Nice job by Marcus to let the official know it was deflected when there was 2 of them around it.
If he was in Washington, D.C., he would have been a paid lobbyist on that one. And I like Marcus, and I don't want to compare him to those guys. My apologies.
Yeah, he is a friendly guy.
Yes, he is. Now here's Harris with it. Harris over to Lyons. Thought about the 3. Now passes over to Johanson inside, finding space. Kaleb Johanson just dominating the inside
Very
in this game.
unselfish. Very unselfish. Let's feed that lane. Let's feed the baseline because the Wildcats aren't doing a good job on that defensive side.
Timeout on the court. 1:28 to play in this third quarter. Brimley starting to extend their lead. They lead by the score of 43-29. Live high school sports video coverage can be found online at mhsaa.tv and the NFHS network. One low monthly price of $9.95 gets you in to watch regular season and MHSAA postseason games. You can also watch archive games from the last decade for free anytime. Check it out at mhsaa.tv. And if you are at this game and want to hear it again, you can go to the podcast page of our sports show, The Game, which normally is on Monday nights. But because of basketball, we haven't been able to do a Monday night show. We'll do an online show tomorrow night. Yours truly and Butch Davis. But if you want to hear any of the game, our sports show, or you want to hear this game, our broadcast, go to the podcast page of The Game. I think I said The Game 8 times, and that's a whole little ordeal. I'm going to say it one more time. The podcast page is The Game Sports Show.podbean.com. You can download it free of charge, save it for the archives, and hey, play it back for your children and grandchildren someday.
I love that idea of paying the membership for the back issues, if you will, some games, because you have a lot of graduated guys
That's right.
They want to relive the past.
Absolutely. And we'll try to describe it as best we can, but we're living in the present, Todd, right now. 1:28 to play off the timeout in the third quarter. Wolverine with the ball trailing by 14. Now a long 3, no good. Rebound inside. Nelson, double team. Now he draws it inside. Wild shot there by McCauley. Rebounded by Harris. You get the feeling this might be that run that Brimley was going to do. As I say that again, Harris travels. Got a little too excited there finding someone underneath. Trying to find someone underneath, I should say.
It's nice they're running the court because you're going to get to the point of the game right now, Scott, where you're going to separate men from boys. You're going to see who's in shape, who isn't in shape.
Now here's Pellston, or rather Wolverine with the ball. Trailing by 14, now a 12-footer there by Nick Perry, good. So Nick Perry drains the 2, he has 4, and that cuts the lead to 12. Now Marcus Harris over to Josh Gross near side. Gross on the right wing, swings it over to Lyons. Now Lyons up top, Harris over to Gross. Josh Gross with it, along the baseline, Johanson. Now bounce past Gross over to Harris. Harris back to Gross, now Gross long 2, right wing, no good, rebound. Picked up by McNeil. Now Wolverine with it. They want to cut it inside double digits here before the end of the quarter. Now McCauley passes up the 3. Now gets it to Nelson. Nelson foot on the line, 2. No good. Rebound inside. Picked up by Johanson. Johanson gets it to Gross. 30 seconds to play. Long pass to Harris. Now Harris near side. Lyons wide open. Thought about the 3. Now drives. Get a nifty pass there to Harris. Gets it up top to Josh Gross. Now inside Johanson again. Pump fake. Shot no good, but he'll shoot 2 free throws for the Brimley Bays.
You know, if this was played at a more traditional pace, Scott, where you set up an offense and pass, Brimley could dominate just by going down low. But like you said on the other end, the Wolverine team, are they running offense?
Yeah. Johanson makes the free throw. He has 14. He'll shoot 1 more. Not used to the scoreboard having the point totals here. Got to give a big shout out to the Pellston scoreboard. That's a nice one. Now free throw missed by Lyons. Rather the rebound put in by Lyons. Off the miss by Johanson. And Brimley leads by 15. 10 seconds to play. Wolverine with the ball. Looking for one last chance. They'll get it over to Durkatz. 3 seconds. Durkatz puts up. No, he passes it. Passes up the shot. Shot at the buzzer. No good. And our score after 3. Brimley 46. Wolverine 31. We'll be back with the fourth quarter here on Eagle 95.1. All right. Sound okay on the urn, Katie? Oh, excuse me. Whose crowd what? That's Brimley. Oh, so stuffy tonight. Scott Nason, Todd Olmstead back in loud Pellston, Michigan. Our broadcast engineer tonight, Katie Woolen, doing a great job as always. And, well, Todd, Brimley goes on a little bit of a run to end that third quarter. They're in good position, still 8 minutes to play, but they lead by 15.
It's fourth quarter, Scott.
So Brimley with the ball. They've pretty much led throughout, much like the Engadine game where they trailed 4-0. They've led ever since. Now Lyons cutting in the basket. He puts it up and in. Boy, is Tristan Lyons having an offensive and defensive game. 18 points to lead all scorers. And the Bays now lead by 17. Now Wolverine with the ball, driving to the hoop. That shot no good by McNeil. And on the rebound, I think they're going to call a foul on Brimley. And so that'll be the fourth foul on the Bays here in the second half. It's going to go on Hopper, his first. The winner of this game will play Cedarville in the regional final. That game will be on Wednesday night, and it looks like we will be here. We will be here if Brimley wins. Now a long two shot, no good. Rebound by the Bays. That shot by McCauley. Now Lyons with it. Lyons with the ball. Hopper wide open inside. No, missed the layup. Rebound by Bacon. Kind of was partially blocked. Now here's McCauley at the midcourt line. Stolen by Carrick. Now Carrick in. That shot blocked by McCauley. Wild action here as McCauley blocked that shot. Now Hopper on the rebound, trying to get the ball. Picked up by McCauley. Wolverine with it across the midcourt line, trailing by 17. Now at the free throw line, shot by Perry. That one's good. John Perry with 4. It's a 15-point Brimley lead. Bays with the ball. Over to Carrick, and we're going to have a timeout. Coach Matt Bathy, 6:54 to play in this fourth quarter. Brimley leading, Todd, but Wolverine just won't go away.
They won't go away, but I want to say something about Tristan Lyons tonight. Every time he's got the ball, he's been plus side. Like, you're a big hockey guy, plus minuses. He is a plus side tonight. He's making good decisions. If he's not shooting the ball with nobody in his face, he's kicking it down low to that open lane, that baseline we were talking about, making great decisions offensively. He is an offensive star tonight, sir.
The other regional going on in Nagano, we talked about Kearney Nadu, who upset UN Trout Creek. The other game going on right now, Dollar Bay and Rapid River. Dollar Bay undefeated on the season. They lead Rapid River by the score of 29-22. And the winner of that regional will take on the winner of this regional in the state quarterfinal on Tuesday. We know Cedarville is into the regional final. They won earlier tonight here over Pellston, 79-47. And if Brimley wins, they'll take on Cedarville. And they've played each other twice, and they've split the season series. But still, a lot of time left here. Now Zach Gross gets knocked down, driving to the hoop, and that's going to be a foul on Bacon. I believe that's a non-shooting foul on Wolverine.
Bacon's all fouled out, man.
Yep, that's it. So 6 degrees of Devin Bacon will be 5 fouls on the bench. And that will be 3 points on the night. That's the best Devin Bacon reference I had all night.
Listen, man, it was well written.
I appreciate that. I'm sure I could have came up with something a little more clever, but we're focused on basketball, not the stand-up routine for once. Now here's Lyons off the inbound by Harris. He puts it up and in. He has 20 points on the night. The Bays lead by 17. Wolverine with it. McNeil launches a 3 up top. That one's good. Tyler McNeil's had a heck of a second half. He has 11 points on the second half and keeping Wolverine alive. They trail by 14, 6:30 to play in this fourth quarter. Now here's Sam Hopper with it. Sam Hopper with the ball. Now Hopper draws contact, and that foul will go on number 5, Logan McCauley. That'll be the 6th-team foul, McCauley's second. 6:24 to play in the fourth quarter. Brimley with a 50-36 lead. 19-3 on the season. Wolverine 18-3. Now here's Harris trying to inbound. Gets to Hopper. Goes right off his hands. Stolen by Wolverine. Now here's Tyler McNeil across the midcourt line. Being guarded by Gross. He launches a wild 3. No good. Rebound inside. Swatted out of bounds by Lyons as well. Wolverine, they play kind of a run and gun style. And they're going to need to run and gun a lot of threes right now, Todd.
They remind me of men's league in the Sioux.
Now a three outside. That one's short. Rebounded by the Bays. Well done, sir. Kudos on that reference. Now here's Zach Gross with it. Gross, bad pass, stolen there by Wolverine. Now Gross gets a blocking foul there at the midcourt line off the turnover. So that'll be a foul on Brimley, their fifth. That'll be Zach Gross's third. 6:02 to play in this fourth quarter. 14-point lead for the Bays. Now lob pass picked up there by the Wolverine squad. Now a three of far side, no good by Durkats. Rebounded by Lyons. Now Lyons on the break. Lyons with it. Lyons inside, tough shot off the glass. No, gets his own rebound again. Tristan Lyons to the floor. Look at Lyons just battling for that rebound. Possession arrow will go to Pellston, but boy, you gotta love the aggressive play by Lyons. This is about as aggressive as I've seen him play.
Geez, you could go 5-on-3 against Brimley and Tristan Lyons on the court, you'd still be all right.
Boy, I guess.
He's an animal tonight, my man.
5:46 to play in this fourth quarter. Wolverine with the ball, trailing by 14. Now here's McNeil. Inside, now dishes out to McCauley at the free throw line. Shot off the glass, no. Rebounded by Harris. Marcus Harris and Hopper, 2-on-1. Marcus Harris drives it himself. Underhanded scoop shot, why not? Put anything in it. Marcus Harris with 5, and it's a 17-point lead. 5:25 to play in this fourth quarter. Now here's Wolverine with it. We're going to have a foul. And is that going to go against Wolverine? I believe it is.
Yeah, it's a moving screen.
Yep.
Wasn't well done, that's for sure.
No. And that foul will go on number 3, Tyler McNeil. Will that go on 5? It's McCauley. That's his third. Now here's press applied by Wolverine, broken easily by the Bays. They'll see a little more of that on Wednesday if they advance. A little more effective one, I might add. Now here's Harris with it. 5:05 to play. Looking inside, Lyons. Had it swatted out of his hands, gets it right back. Now here's Harris driving. Harris lost the ball. As one just goes off of his hand. It's Marcus Harris, not really his best game he's played, Todd, but again, with this Brimley depth, you can afford to have one of your star players maybe not have his best night.
Marcus is fighting with himself whether he wants to take it to the hoop. Am I going to pass it? What should I do? Because every time they get the ball, there's those opportunities. You got a guy in the baseline, you got a guy in the box, you got a guy driving. You could take a jump shot, you could pass it. You want to stay within yourself, and I know that's what Coach is probably recognizing, talking to him about right now. Maybe take some time off the clock. Let's work for what we know we do well at the end of the game, and that's stay with it.
If you're a recent high school or college graduate and still have a passion for the games you played, still remember the thrill of putting on the uniform, why don't you help us out and become a registered game official? Get out there and give something back to our kids. Visit the MHSAA website for more information. There's help wanted. Just whistle. So 4:58 to play in this fourth quarter. Brimley with a 52-36 lead over the Wolverine Wildcats in this Class D regional semifinal. The winner will take on Cedarville on Wednesday here in Pellston at 6 o'clock. If it's Brimley, we'll be down for that broadcast. Well, the pregame show around 5:40. But still lots of time to play in this one. Wolverine not done just yet with the ball, trailing by 14. Wildcats with it, John Perry. Perry across the midcourt line. Now Perry launches, long three up top, no good. Rebounded by Harris inside. Marcus Harris gets the ball for Brimley. Across the midcourt line to Carrick. Now Carrick, nice behind the back dribble. Over to Harris. Now Harris up top, Sam Hopper swings over to Carrick. Now Carrick looking inside, dishes it to Gross. Zach Gross fakes the shot, nice pass inside. But I think they're going to call a foul on Brimley, Todd. I didn't see what happened there. Was it a travel?
It's a 3-second call.
Okay. So a 3-second call on Brimley. So again, Wolverine just hanging around, but you got to start looking at the clock if you're the Wildcats. Still a lot of time, but if you're going to win this game, you really got to capitalize on pretty much each and every possession at this point. Here's John Perry across the midcourt line for Wolverine. Now McNeil, wild shot, no good. Rebounded by Sam Hopper. Hopper gets it to Carrick. 4:20 to play here in this fourth quarter. Carrick now draws the double team, gets it across the midcourt line to Harris. Marcus Harris with it, over to Carrick between the circles. Now over to Lyons, looking inside, Hopper finding space, laying it up, off the glass, good. Lyons another assist. Sam Hopper with 6. The Bays lead by 18 halfway through this fourth quarter. Now here's along the baseline shot. That one partially blocked. Rebounded by the Bays, Harris. Harris with it across the midcourt line. Brimley in good position to advance to the regional final on Wednesday, leading by 18. Now Hopper inside. Tried the fake. Now Hopper tries it again. Hopper puts up a tough shot. No good. Rebound, Carrick. Carrick underneath. That one blocked. That's going to be a foul on Wolverine. That'll send Dylan Carrick to the line shooting 2.
And it's tough. I mean, the defense from the Wildcats looked great. They got a little bit of ball on the way up, but everybody jumping, everybody trying to block a shot, you're going to get called. One of you guys are going to get called a foul.
That's McCauley, his 4th. Now Carrick at the line. He'll shoot 2, missing the first. So Brimley now 6 of 17 from the line. They're going to have to improve on that on Wednesday if they're going to advance to the quarterfinal. Second free throw up by Carrick. That one rattles in. So Dylan Carrick with 3. And the Bays lead by 19. 3:30 to play. Now stolen by Lyons, taken right back by the Wildcats. Now blind pass picked up by Lyons again. And now you get the feeling, Todd, that Brimley's going to win. You kind of got that feeling this half, but they just couldn't put them away, and they get up by 20 points. It's pretty much lights out now. Now Hopper outside. Bays in no rush whatsoever. Johanson inside. Fake. Shot off the glass. No. Gets his own rebound, but picked up by McNeil. McNeil with it. Lob pass center court. Perry. Now Perry drives. Contact Hopper before the shot. And that'll be the 6th foul on Brimley. Non-shooting foul.
That was a good foul on Hopper. He was going to the hoop uncontested. They have fouls to give.
Hopper's 2nd. 3:01 to play. 19-point lead for the Bays. Now lob pass in the paint. 12-footer by John Perry, no good. Rebounded by Johanson, and he'll slide it over to Carrick. So Todd, 2 minutes and 50 seconds away from Brimley and Cedarville. We talked a lot about that being a potential regional final way back when the season started, and well, looks like it's going to be a reality. You're not going to want to miss that one.
Get here early, because parking was...
We were here early. We'll be parking and posing here next time.
Parked down by Brutus. And
yeah, exactly. 2:30 to play. Johanson underneath. Puts up a shot. That one partially blocked by McCauley. As that one will go to Durkatz. Across the midcourt line for the Wolverines. For Wolverine. 2:20 to play. As that one will go out of bounds. And, if you're Wolverine, Todd, you haven't won a district in a while. I wouldn't say they were just happy to be here, but, you look at their season, got to be pretty happy winning a district and losing to a good Brimley team.
I loved Matt Bathy's comment would be perfect for the Wolverine Wildcats. Everything else now is gravy.
That's right. That's going to be a foul. The midcourt line as Carrick will go to the line shooting a 1-and-1.
I got to hand it to Wolverine. When somebody said Wolverine and Gaylord St. Mary's in the district final down there, it's like you automatically think Gaylord St. Mary's.
You really did.
And then they said Wolverine just had a beautiful game. They played really well. And all of a sudden, wow, Wolverine.
Yeah. I was thinking of the movie from the 80s with Patrick Swayze.
Yeah, it's just not a
no, that was Red Dawn.
That was Red Dawn. It's just not a suburb of Gaylord anymore.
Did you ever see Red Dawn 2? Terrible.
Red Dawn 2.
They made it, yes. It was the
late night on HBO, maybe.
Yeah, the North Koreans, they would just... we will get into that. Carrick's first free throw, good. Second free throw as well. Dylan Carrick with 5. And Brimley, they're going to win this game. They lead by the score of 57-36, and they will take on Cedarville on Wednesday. We'll be down here. Pre-game show around 5:40. The opening tip at 6. Now a long 3. That one's no good by Logan McCauley, and Brimley with the ball. So it wasn't pretty, Todd. I don't think you're going to want to put this one in the time capsule if you're Brimley, but hey, it's the result that counts. What's the saying? You win and move on.
You win and move on. And if I was Coach Bathy, I'd take Tristan's, all of his possessions, and say, this is what we need to do it as a team.
Now here's Lyons cutting the hoop, puts up the shot off the feed by Hopper, and that's pretty much the icing on the cake for the Brimley Bays. They're going to win this game. They lead by the score of 59-36. They have a timeout with 1:33 to play in this fourth quarter. And boy, Tristan Lyons really the star on both ends of the court, Todd. 22 points. He probably has about 6 or 7 assists, rebounds, and steals. He's done it all tonight.
He's been very efficient. Efficiency is number one, especially with Coach Bathy's offense, because they run, they slow it down. They're in tune to each other. They know what each other's thinking. They play really well together. They've been playing a long time together, these young men.
The other regional going on in Negaunee that we're keeping a close eye on, Kearney Nadeau already upset Ewan Trout Creek. They advanced to their regional final, and at half, Dollar Bay, undefeated, one of the top teams in Class D, leading Rapid River by the score of 29-26. So that one's not going to be final. We're going to keep an eye on that one on the way home, as the winner of that regional will take on the winner of this regional next Tuesday in the quarterfinal in Escanaba. And well, Todd, Cedarville and Brimley will be going on here Wednesday. Never more on the line when those two teams have met than, well, what we're going to see on Wednesday, going to the quarterfinals.
No one ever likes to talk about that at the beginning of the season, but we did. We were talking about that in football season.
And I like to talk about it.
And it's a beautiful thing, because this is what you play for. This is why you lift all those weights. That's why you do all that stuff, right? That's what you do it for. You run those sprints. You have them in mind from the beginning of the season until you play them at the end of the season.
So Wolverine with the ball, trailing by 23. The Brimley fans will go home very happy, as they are still been a loud crowd right below us. Hopefully they'll be seated there on Wednesday as well. No offense to the Cedarville fans. Now here's the Wildcats with it. Minute 15 to play. Long three there by Max Nelson. No good. As we have Johanson, Jake Hopper on the court, along with the Grosses and Sam Hopper. Now here's a three. Max Nelson short. Rebounded by Johanson. A minute left to play. Brimley with the ball, and we're going to have another timeout. I like this by Coach Bathy. Get some of the other players out there, Sean Hill and Dante Capelli. You know, these are guys that haven't seen a lot of minutes as of late, but they're very important to the team, because you know what? They're there in the practices. They're running the same drills, and always good to see these guys get on the court as well.
You know, more often than not, they're the ones that are making the guys laugh when they're in the bus and they're in, because they have that unity.
Hunter Lippinen also on the court for Brimley. As we have a whistle, as the Bays will inbound, leading 59-36. So Brimley will improve to 20-3 on the season. We'd like to find out the last time Brimley's had 20 wins in the season. Probably have to go back to the Coach Aikinen days, back when they were making state quarterfinals and such. 50 seconds to play. Now inside, Sean Hill with it. Hill with the right-handed shot. That one short, rebounded. Lippinen still battling. Lippinen keeps it alive. Now Hill keeps it alive. As, boy, there's Josh Gross there. You wouldn't know he's up 23 points. And I got to give a big shout-out to Josh Gross, because I've been doing this a few years, and he is the only player that I have seen that every time he comes up after the game, he says, thank you for being here. I think that's really cool. Thanks for coming. Coaches say it, fans say it. Don't hear it from the players. Well done, Josh Gross.
He's what student athlete is all about. Give him a pat on the back. You see him in the community, everyone.
Absolutely is. Now we're getting some of the other players in. So Wolverine will finish their season 18-4 and have some district hardware to show off in their trophy case. And Brimley will live to fight another day, as they will take on Cedarville on Wednesday, 6 o'clock here from Pellston. So now Wolverine with the ball. Coming up, we'll have our post-game show. We'll get Vance Nason back in for his thoughts on the game. We'll hear from Todd, and we'll get Coach Bathy up here. Might take a couple minutes, a little bit of a walk, couple radio stations to talk to, as a three-pointer no good by Wolverine. 25 seconds left to play. Tyler McNeil with the ball. Now McNeil dishes it outside to McCauley. McCauley inside, lost the ball, gets it back, puts it up off the glass. Good. Logan McCauley with 12. And Brimley with the ball, 10 seconds to play. Gross with it. Gross just going to dish it over to Hill. He launches a three at the buzzer. No good. And our final score, Brimley will advance to the regional final on Wednesday against Cedarville, as they defeat Wolverine by the score of 59-38. We'll be back with our post-game show here on Eagle 95.1. All right, well done, sir.
Good job. Get some headphones on, man. Get them on.
Yeah.
That was great. Is this a little too far away from my face?
No, yeah, a little closer. 59-38, Katie. Oh, shoot, I was supposed to text you. Can you text Jim for me? So much going on, I forgot to text him. Just tell him 59-38, and Cedarville won 79-47.
They did? Holy crap.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Thanks, Katie.
A man's going to need a knife right there, though. He's going to be here all day taking that.
Yeah, right.
Coach Bathy taped 3 ankles right there.
Who got the most points, Dad?
Tristan Lyons had 22. Johanson had 19.
Okay.
And about 14 of those points were assisted by Tristan.
Yeah, it'd be interesting how many assists he got.
I kept track. He had 3, and then I stopped keeping it. It's hard for me.
Yeah, it is. Assists are tough. I can never keep track. All right, 10 seconds, guys.
Okay.
Back in Pellston, Michigan for this Class D regional semifinal in boys basketball. Our final score, the Brimley Bays with a 59-38 win over the Wolverine Wildcats. And we are joined once again by color commentators Todd, Olmstead, and Vance Nason. Well, Vance, let's get to you first as your thoughts on the game. As I said to Todd during the broadcast, it wasn't the prettiest game Brimley will ever play. It wasn't the best game they'll ever play, but you know what? Once you get to this stage, you advance and move on, and Brimley does to the regional final Wednesday against Cedarville. Your thoughts, sir, on the game?
I don't think the players honestly care how they win, but Matt Bathy sure does. I know in practice, and once we go to practice, he's going to work on a lot of things, especially defense. Offense. They were turning the ball over a lot early, and they need to be more explosive if they want to win this next game that they're going to.
And Todd, Brimley's got to be happy with their defense. They held the team again under 40 points, 38. And some things they got to work on the offensive end, but really Tristan Lyons set the pace along with Kaleb Johanson. Lyons gets 22. He also had a bunch of assists. Kaleb Johanson found himself inside getting 19. So, again, different scores than we saw in the districts, and that's what makes this team so difficult to beat.
It's special. It's a special thing when you can bring a lot of players into the fold, double digits, almost 20 points for a couple guys. Like I mentioned Tristan during the broadcast, how efficient he was. I think Coach Bathy should isolate his tape and show it to everyone. That's what they should watch tomorrow, and that's how we're going to play on Wednesday.
Well, Vance, this will be your final broadcast of the regional round as you have basketball tryouts yourself for the 6th grade level in Sault Ste. Marie. So, fortunately, you won't be able to be here on Wednesday, but I'm very happy to see you go play basketball again. So, if Brimley does win on Wednesday, then we'll be in Escanaba on Tuesday for the quarterfinals. So, even more incentive for the Bays to win. Final thoughts on the game?
I just like how they played explosively. After about 11 minutes, they just started going and working, and then Tristan Lyons with all of those assists and those points, and just I like the way that their team developed as the game went on.
Absolutely. Vance, great job as always, and we'll turn over the reins on the headset to Brimley Bays head coach Matt Bathy joining Todd Olmstead and I. And well, coach, win and move on. You win by the score of 59-38. Your thoughts on the game?
Well, you said it nicer than I survive in advance.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the game?
Ugly. It was ugly. But like I told the boys, we just got to win. It doesn't matter. It's over now. We won. We moved to Wednesday. We have to play better. Defensively, we played okay again. But T-Bob.
Yeah.
T-Bob played well. I don't know what he had.
22 points, and that was going to lead me to my next question, Coach. Marcus Harris gets those 2 early fouls. He doesn't play the first half. That totally changes up your game plan. And Tristan Lyons, who we didn't see a lot of offense out of during the districts, boy, he had offense and then some, 22 points, a lot of assists, did some things on the defensive end. Really, him and Johanson were the story.
Right. That's with this team. We don't ever know what's going to step up. We just never know.
Yeah, Todd, any questions for the coach?
I was just mentioning to Scott throughout the broadcast, if you guys take Tristan's, isolate his tape and show the patience, whether it was a good shot under the loop that he recognized or a shot that he wanted to take, because there was a lot of times he wanted to take another three. He'd step it in, maybe pass it, maybe shoot that inside jumper. Unbelievable poise by the young man. Those two young men,
Yeah.
I mean, they scored. What was the bulk of the points on between Lyons and
22 and 19, probably about 70%.
And they could have had more all night long. That baseline was there. The paint was there for your team, Coach.
Yeah, we got them in foul trouble, so we started attacking. Right before the half, they left that number 4 in. Coach Wanek noticed he was still in. We called timeout. I ran an offense. Josh got a foul on him with 9 seconds to go,
Yeah.
so that was big.
That was.
He sat for most of the third quarter, if not all of it. We just attacked the guys that we needed to attack. They listened to what we grew up, and the kids, executed it.
Coach, final question for you. You got to get going here. Looking ahead to Cedarville, really no surprise. I think most people thought that you and Cedarville would potentially meet in the regional final. You're there. You played each other twice. You know each other. We're going to ask this during the pregame show, but, what do you need to do to beat Cedarville on Wednesday?
We just got to play. Everybody's got to play. I'm still waiting for us to peak. I was saving it for this game. I hope that it comes out this game, because if it doesn't, it could be an ugly one, if we don't play well. They're a really good team. They executed well tonight, and then if we can execute what we need to do and play defense, and we can't have these nights where 3 guys aren't scoring and the 2 guys step up. We need a night where 3-4 guys are playing well. We haven't had that. We've had 2 guys playing well and 3 guys not, and a guy coming off the bench playing well. So it's hopefully it comes out Wednesday.
Win and move on.
Coach,
That's
one
right.
Day
Coach, congratulations on the victory. We'll talk to you Wednesday here in Pellston for the regional final.
Sounds good.
All right, that's Coach Matt Bathy joining us here on the post-game show. Want to get Todd in one more time for his final thoughts as, 4 wins now. Todd, get you a state championship and, your final thoughts on this game?
Well, I know the Brimley Bays by watching them as much as I have, and I talked to Coach about this a lot. They're very chameleon-like, and Cedarville plays a smooth style of basketball, so they'll be able to match that. They're chameleon-like. They play with the other team, and what they do well, Brimley does better. So on Wednesday night, going to have to play better than Cedarville.
Well, Todd, I want to thank you for joining the broadcast team along with Vance,
Thank
I
you.
know you're going to be making the trek with myself. Our statistician Don Supa is going to be coming down as well, and so we'll talk to you Wednesday night from Pellston.
Thank you, sir. We'll see you then.
And I want to thank our broadcast engineer, Katie Woolen, back in the Eagle 95.1 studios, doing a great job as always. And so we will be here Wednesday night for the regional final against Cedarville. Well, the pregame show around 5:40 with the opening tip-off at 6. Once again, our final score, Brimley advances to the regional final in boys basketball with a 59-38 victory over the Wolverine Wildcats. You are listening to Brimley Bays basketball on Eagle 95.1. All right, Katie, great job. Are you doing the game Wednesday? Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll be down here probably a little after 5. Let's plan on about a 5:40 pregame show. Be ready about 5:30. Great job. I'll see you then, okay? I'll talk to Travis about the website. So thanks. Bye.